Hey everybody, it's Jenny from Besties with Breasties. I'm here to bring you guys a much requested video of the apps that I've been using lately to help in my journey to become more fit and healthy. There are a lot of amazing apps out there, but something that you guys know is very important to Courtney and I is that we save money. I want to show you guys a couple of things that you can do on your smartphone in order to help you in that journey. So I have an iPhone 4S. That's my little case. Obviously, a smartphone is something that not everybody can afford, but I know that they're becoming more and more common and more affordable. A lot of the apps we're going to talk about are available both in the Apple App Store or also on Google Play for Android. The first app I wanted to tell you guys about is obviously something that's near and dear to both Courtney and I's heart. It's the MyFitnessPal app. I have all of my apps here under the title Health, and MyFitnessPal is the first one. When you bring it up, you can log in or it will log you in automatically. Mine just said I needed to log in again. Sometimes that happens, and that's okay. I don't get super frustrated with it. Some people do. Mine tends to do it maybe once a week where I need to re-sign in, especially if I haven't been very diligent about using it, which I guess that makes it obvious that I haven't been diligent lately. MyFitnessPal is a place where you can keep track of how many calories you're putting into your body and how many you're losing through exercise. I have my limit set to 1370 because I put in how much I exercise each week and what my activity level is, what my weight and height are, and then it gave me an amount that it thought would help me to lose weight at a steady and healthy pace. Now you can put in your stuff or your information, and if you don't agree with the calorie intake that it's given you, you can manually adjust it, which I really like. Obviously here the main idea is that you're adding to your diary. That's this button here. Whenever you press that, you have the option of adding different meals, which I've actually customized mine to look like this. So mine says breakfast, snack 1, lunch, snack 2, dinner, snack 3. You can have as many snacks or meals as you want, and you can change the names to what is best for you. Down below there's also cardio and strength exercising that you can log, water, and then any notes about food or exercise that you want to leave for that day. The thing I really like is that after entering all that information, you can go into the website and print out different charts that will show you how your nutrition and exercise are looking, what improvements you've made, if any. So it's a really good way of staying on top of your exercise if it's something you want to pay attention to on the long term. The next app I want to talk to you about is actually a heart rate monitor. Now, it's not something that you can strap to yourself and keep your heart rate constantly monitored, but it is nice when you just need an occasional monitoring. Now, I'm actually going to take my phone out of the case because for whatever reason with my case, it tends to be a little more temperamental. It really depends on what kind of case you have. Mine is a ballistic case, and it tends to be a little bit bulky. I know the OtterBox cases are similar. If you just have like a normal case, I think you'll be fine. Mine tends to kind of block the camera though. You want your camera and your flash to be seen. So if you have an Android and your phone's in the middle or something like that, you're going to need to find out where your camera is and unblock it if it's blocked at all. Then you come here to this heart rate monitor and you press it, and when you log on, it'll show you to place your finger on the camera lens. As I do that, it slowly begins to read my pulse, and you can see the light through my finger, and it's just picking up on my pulse. So then it'll pull up this little list of things. It'll ask me, did you just wake up? Did you exercise not too long ago? Are you tired? Did you not get enough sleep last night? And I can label it accordingly. So right now, I'd say it's not post workout. I did a little bit of workout this morning. And I'll just label it and then I'll hit done. Again, you can customize those options. And then you get a nice little reading of your heart rate. I'm obviously pretty relaxed right now. And it'll also show you other charts of how your heart rate is looking in the morning, at night, after you've exercised, etc. The next app I wanted to talk about is this one on the end here. It's called Waterin, and the reason I love this app is because it helps me to track how much water I'm taking into my body a day. Again, it's customizable. I can set a goal for myself, and then I can actually set reminders so that my phone will beep at me or remind me that I need to have another glass of water. It'll help me space it out throughout the day and reach my goal by the end of the day. Right now, I have this much water to go, and every time I hit this little tab drink, it asks me how much I've had. So I have one glass, one large glass, and one bottle of water. If I hit one glass, you'll see that the water level drops and it adds to the total number. Once I get to the total number, it'll start over again. And so my goal is to get through one of these every day. Sometimes that happens and sometimes I drink more than that and then I need to restart it the next day. The only downside is that it doesn't stop at midnight and restart your water. So wherever you were at the end of yesterday is where you'll end up the next day. That's my only complaint about the app, but it's absolutely free and it's amazing and it helps me remember to be drinking my water. So it's a great free app. All right, the last one that I want to talk to you about is this one called Moves. Moves is a pedometer. Now, not all pedometers are created equal. Obviously, some are super wacky, some count too many steps, some count not enough. If you accidentally bump your phone like this, most pedometers would count a step if not multiple. With Moves, they'll evaluate all of those little bumps and things like that throughout the day and see if you were actually consistently walking or if it was too violent of a bump or if it was just one time, and they'll take away that count so that you're not getting all these random steps and you're also getting the ones that are legitimate. This app has to be on your body, and so it can be in your bag if you have like a purse or a backpack with you, and it can also be in your pocket, or it can be like strapped to your arm if you have like an arm strap for your phone, but it has to be attached to you as you're moving. What it'll do is it'll have a little bubble here that tells you how many steps you've walked. If you touch the bubble, it'll also go to how many minutes total. And again, it'll tell you how many miles. What I really like is you can go and look at each day, each charted day, and it'll give you a timeline at the end of the day after it's calibrated everything. When it's transport like that, you just saw me press that accidentally, it's when you're in a car. So it actually can tell when your phone is traveling, probably beyond a certain miles per hour that we couldn't walk, and it'll tell you that you've been transported at that time. So yesterday when I left home, I walked to school, and once I got to school, it tells me that's where I was, Brigham Young University, and that I walked for 8 minutes. And then it keeps checking in every so often. After a while, it will shut off if you're not moving, and that's kind of nice because then it's not eating up battery or anything like that. But like I said, at the end of the day, it will go ahead and evaluate everything you've done that day. You'll see here it said moves off for 24 minutes. So for 24 minutes yesterday, I was probably like in class or something, and I was just sitting there. And so it just turned off for a while, but then it kept calculating other movements I made. The only thing that doesn't happen is that I can't put this on my body as I'm exercising. I don't have an armband yet, and so I have to just set it down, and I usually use it to listen to music. But I do get a really good idea of how much I've walked that day. And outside of exercise, which you can kind of measure on its own, it's good to know how many calories I burn on average. I've gotten a really good idea of how much I move and how I can improve. I can take more steps, I can park my car farther away, and especially on days where I notice that my movement is less, for example, I'm in more classes that day, or I know that I'm going to be home and not really moving a whole lot, I can make it a goal to get up and move a little bit more because I have this really nice gauge of how much I'm moving. Again, all of these apps are free, so it's really nice that you get so many things at your fingertips that can help you. One honorable mention that I did want to show you guys was this Couch to 5K app. I haven't used it yet. I am going to be running a marathon later this year, and so I'm going to be using it. But I did download a few different ones, and I kind of picked the one that I liked best as far as the interface and the user friendliness. And this is actually in the App Store called C and then the numbers 25 and then K free. And so I know that they have a lot of different Couch to 5K apps. Couch to 5K is like a program where it gives you every day for, I think it's 30 days, a different exercise that you can be doing in order to be able to run a 5K by the time you're done, even if you're not very active beforehand. If you guys have any apps that you have found that are incredible, free or otherwise, please let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you and hear what's working for you in terms of getting healthy and doing it in a way that is convenient. Courtney and I have a goal of being healthier, and even though we haven't lost a ton of weight and we're not just magnificently changing overnight, these small changes have really helped us to be stronger, healthier people. It's really things like that that matter. I want you guys all to know how much I appreciate your support. We really do love sharing this journey with you and with each other, and we love all of your love. We love each and every one of you, and we hope that you are healthy and happy. Have a great day. Mwah.